Hi everyone, welcome back to Be Rich. What I want to talk about today is something which me and Anand spoke about in Paisa Bolte Hai, which is the Goldman Sachs report and the Oxfam report. The Goldman Sachs report was based on this fact that India's affluent population percentage is 4.1 and the per income capita of those individuals is over $10,000. It is the fastest growing segment according to Goldman Sachs and it's growing at a percentage of 12.6%. And the strong wealth effect is due to increased financial and physical assets. So they're saying property, people are holding on, gold value, people is holding on, and the financial assets, people have been holding on in the affluent sector. Those asset classes have gone up. So this is leading to them getting richer. So this high growth in the top end consumption is compared to the broad-based consumption is what Anand's been speaking about for some time, which is the K-shaped recovery. And they're saying high-end consumption, the affluent people in India have a lot more money and they're spending a lot of money. And the key sectors which are benefiting this is leisure, luxury, out-of-home food, and healthcare. These are the four sectors. And Indian companies are more and more, even the ones which are catering to the broader market, are focusing on catering to this top elite clientele, including people like Bata, are trying to see how to leverage this. ITC is saying how to leverage this. Lots of people are trying to see how to leverage this company. Meanwhile, on the flip side, the Oxfam report, it says top 10% of the Indians hold 77% of the nation's wealth. Okay, that means 1 in 10 Indian holds 77% of the nation's wealth. And the richest 1% have acquired 70% of the wealth generated. And the poorest, 670 million, saw only their wealth rise by 1%. And Oxfam says India has seen a rapid increase in billionaires from 9 in 2000 to over almost 170 currently, which is a huge leap. If you can understand what a billion means when you're comparing it to a million, and if you take it even in terms of lakhs and crores, what it means in comparison, what a billion means, and how difficult it is to reach that number. And that India has managed to do that and increase it by 160 people in a short span is quite incredible. The rise in industrial concentration, the wealth generation in private hospitals has been contributing to poverty, meaning industrialization has been concentrated in certain pockets. Wealth generation in private hospitalization services has been happening. So this is driving up health cost, which is pushing more and more people away from healthcare because it's becoming more and more expensive to the broader economy. And 63 million Indians have been pushed into poverty annually due to healthcare costs. This is the Oxfam report. And of course, the Financial Times report came a few weeks back, where it showed under the current government, the last 10 years, India has pulled more people out of poverty, and all these are numbers and figures. So why Goldman Sachs has given this kind of a report? If you see Anand is saying that the main reason Goldman Sachs is pushing this is Goldman Sachs is an investment bank, and they have pushed a lot of these high-end brands like Titan and all this. If you see their PE ratio, they're at 100, and there's no more room to push these stocks anymore. And by encouraging this kind of reports and spreading these kind of reports, Goldman Sachs across the globe, Anand's view is it will create a sense of FOMO that a lot of people are missing out in India. Even Indians feel that they're missing out, and they would be ready to buy these overly priced, high-valued assets from people like Goldman Sachs because their clients need to offload them, and there's no way to offload them unless there's a market demand for such a thing. So that is the main motivation. While Oxfam, of course, is talking about in the sense of social justice and to preserve society per se, as we know, there should be less income or poverty and disparity in wealth. The wealth divide has to be smaller for us to preserve a stable society. So that is the main motivation from the Oxfam report. Now, how does all this tie into value investor? We are a value investing program. We are most concerned about investing. Yes, all this information is true or could be true, but how does this apply to us? The thing is, like the Goldman Sachs report says, the concentration is in affluent consumption. And affluent consumption can only grow so much. Even the affluent really don't want to spend money after a certain point. You don't see, the growth there is also very limited because the population size, even if you take India's population of 1.4 billion and you take that percentage of 4% and you do the math and see it's a very small segment, and people who are in that segment can only spend so much, and only that market can only grow so much. And the general feeling is it's already gone to its maximum. So any more growth in those areas seems to be limited. And more competition are entering the market in India. Luxury brands are entering India to try to capture that market segment. And most of those luxury brands are not traded in India. And some of them are also privately held. So all of those are going to take away from the food on the table for the Indian luxury brands. So it is something you should be very cautious about and think twice about before you go and think this is a great time to invest, because these top-end brands are going to do great. And because of the scope of limited high-end consumption, there is the reverse effect. Broader market, the consumptions are all down. So if you're thinking that you can look at the broader stock or a broader market company right now, that is also difficult because the economic condition is such that there's not going to be much growth there either. So all things considered, you should look for companies which have lower debt levels and the PE ratio is reasonable. Like Anand has spoken many times, comparing banks, saying why ICICI Bank or HDFC Bank was not considered in favor over something like a South Indian bank, because surely it's based on the volume of growth can be expected in both and the valuation of both. So keep that in mind if you are thinking about looking at the market or any specific stocks you're thinking about looking at, to make sure that the debt levels are low and the PE ratio is at a point where it makes sense to enter this. And make sure that you are looking at the long term and you're not looking at a short term, because in the short term, things are looking a little tight. And till we have more certainty post-elections, even the interim budget is pushing some stocks into territories which seem very much overvalued. So these are the things I wanted to share with you when it comes to the Oxfam and Goldman Sachs report. I hope you found it informative and entertaining, and I'll see you in the next one soon. Bye.
Good evening. My team has decided to do another event. The last event was at Trivandrum, was a very successful one. So we decided to ask people where we wanted to do an event, and my team chose to do an event in Dubai. We are planning to do an event in Dubai on the 24th of February. The event is roughly scheduled between 3:30 to 5:30. It's a Saturday, you will have plenty of time. Those desirous of attending the event or meeting me may contact my team at the WhatsApp number given below or drop an email at the email ID given. My team will contact you and help you. I hope to meet you all in Dubai. It's not only Dubai, anywhere from the Emirates. I hope to see you there. Thank you. It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.